Good morning, y'all. By the way, good morning to all of you who have watched some of my other episodes of other video podcasts. Of course, maybe by now you know my name is Bill. And by the way, notice how I leaned in today with good morning, y'all. Why? Here's the secret. This is our first episode of, let me bring up my little overlay, Real Living in Nashville, Tennessee. And today I've got a wonderful co-host who is helping us deliver this content to you on a somewhat frequent basis. Her name is Denise. And as she is prepping herself in the back room, I'm going to give her a few minutes to get ready. Here's what I'm about to tell you. She is, of course, in the music capital of Nashville. I am here in the greater Chicago area, but there's a story as to why we're coming together to give, share, and deliver this content to you. Okay, I see that Denise is really ready, so let's welcome her into the studio. Hello, Denise.
Good morning from Nashville.
And yes.
Welcome, y'all.
Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing, right?
Yeah. You know how to say that.
All right. So for all of you who are watching today's live stream, if you're watching it live, welcome. Thank you for sharing your work time with us, because I know you're probably at work and you're playing a little hooky, which is okay. If your boss allows that, why not? You can multitask, what is it these days? People who are working in the office or working from home, they've got the multiple monitors, right, Denise? So they're doing,
yeah,
that's right. They're doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. Why? Because, hey, that's the world we kind of live in today. So why don't we lead off in this way, Denise? For the audience members and for my friends who may not know you, why don't you lead the charge with a short introduction about who is Denise LaGrange?
Okay. So I have always lived in Tennessee. I took a short stint in Florida and a short stint in Texas, but ultimately ended back in Tennessee. I was in the pharmaceutical industry and healthcare industry for 25 years. Absolutely loved it. It was a great opportunity for a single mom with 4 kids. Yep, 4 kids who are all incredibly successful, and I'm so very proud of them. But it was a great opportunity to have a steady salary. I had a car, had great benefits. And so that was the perfect job. When the pandemic came around, I was doing some consulting actually in Austin. And I'd always had people to say, you need to go into real estate. So you know what I did? I went into real estate. And that was in 2020. And I am very happy that I did. And it has been very good career for me. A second career, if you will. Yeah. And it's something exciting every day. No 2 days are ever the same. And it's a great opportunity to help people that I trust, and I have always trusted with my business and business partners in the past. And now they are entrusting me with selling their homes, buying their homes, helping them to grow their retirement through home ownership and through investment properties. So life is good.
Yeah, that's a wonderful story.
Thank you.
And somewhat common, because for the most part, I think, for those of us who are in the business of real estate, either you, your peers, or myself, who is an affiliate partner in the business of real estate, there was probably a previous chapter that we lived through, that we created our successes with. And now we're just repurposing our own skill sets, experience to do something different, to do something bigger and better. So I love that story. Yeah. For those of you who know Denise, but may not know me, let me lean in and share with you a little bit of who I am. My name is Bill. As you heard earlier, I am not in Nashville, Tennessee, not physically at this moment. However, I'm here in the Chicago metro area. I used to live in Tennessee. And as I found out from Denise, not too far from each other, from where we grew up. So it was like an OMG moment, like 6 degrees of separation. We'll keep it off the virtual live stream, but I am certain, I'm going to guess, Denise and I probably know a lot of people in common. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, it's probably more like 3 degrees.
3 degrees. There you go.
3 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe in the upcoming episodes, we'll start to dissect that and share with you our OMG moment in other live streams. But I moved up here to the Chicago area after I graduated from college. Go Vols.
Go Vols. I got my orange. I'm wearing my orange.
You're wearing your orange.
It's a little Texas orange today. I'm sorry, but it's really a Tennessee Vol orange.
There you go.
They're playing in the NCAA tournament.
They are. They're doing pretty well. They're moving through the rounds. So yes. What more can you expect, right?
Yes.
So audience members, those of you who are friends of Denise, that's my story. And the backstory is this. Given social media, many of the social platforms, Denise and I got connected to each other. And just like Denise leaned in and shared with you her story, I embraced it. Even though I didn't even have a conversation with her, I embraced who she was. I took the initiative to reach out and I asked Denise, would you be willing to co-host this video podcast series with me called Real Living in Nashville? And I must admit, she didn't say no initially, but she didn't completely say yes, but she did ask, I'd like to learn more about it. So we had some back of the room conversations. Fast forward to now, that's why we're doing it, because we feel that with both of our circle of friends, our unique stories individually, we have something to give back to you. Those of you who are perhaps living in Nashville currently, who are maybe, well, this happens, moving from Nashville to somewhere else because of what I call the 5 Ds of real estate. Diamonds, diapers, and guess what? There's some other ones. We'll leave the other ones for other episodes. Or maybe you're moving to Nashville. And we'll talk about that today as to some of the common reasons why. So with that, let's let Denise get herself warmed up. Let's get her into that real estate broker mojo. And I'm going to warm her up with the simple question. Well, I think it's simple. For you, it might be like, oh my gosh, it's not a simple question, but I want the answer. And that is, Denise, what is the real estate market looking like in Nashville, Tennessee, in the greater Nashville area?
So it's springtime. So springtime is the most popular time to sell your home in any year, whether it's 2024, 2017, 2000. It is always the time when people are making changes. People want new schools for their children. Mm-hmm. They also like moving at a time when their kids are out of school. Right. So it is always a good time. As far as what the real estate is doing in Nashville, we're up 3 to 5% over last year as far as home prices. Wow. Nationally, that number is about the same. I think the number prices are up about 5% across the country. Yeah. Now, the number of homes that are selling are up significantly over last year, almost 10%. Wow. So that has a lot to do with people are finally feeling like the interest rates have stabilized. In the beginning of the year, we did see a little dip down into the 6s. And that really caused a lot of people to look. I feel like there were a lot of people on December 31st, New Year's Eve, that they said, our goal is January 1st, we're going to start looking at homes. Yeah. Because my phone and talked to other realtors, our phones were ringing that week with people who had said, I don't know if I'm really ready to creep out into the market. I'm a little nervous. So they came out and a lot went under contract in the 6s. So the lower 6s. So that was great. Interest rates have risen a little bit, but again, it's springtime. People are moving to Nashville. Houses are still selling. Yes. The house is staged correctly. If it's in good condition and you have good curb appeal, houses are still selling. And let's don't forget the last part. The most important part is if it's priced correctly. If you
Correct.
price too high, you miss a lot of people because they don't really even want to go in and look at it because it's priced too high.
Right.
If you price it right on market, you really increase the number of people who will be looking at your home. And
Yeah.
let's face it, you don't want a house on the market forever and ever before you decide to price it appropriately.
True. I use this metaphor quite a bit as humor, as a joke, which is when you are a seller, a ready, willing, let's call it motivated seller, you want to do what's right, following the advice and lead of your chosen broker agent. Why? Because you want your home to sell. You want your home to be the chosen bride, not the
Yep.
one, not the
Right.
bridesmaid.
Not the one left behind, yeah, at the altar. That's right. That's right.
Exactly, exactly. So would you say right now with inventory ticking up a little bit, is it becoming more of a balanced market between seller side and buyer side, or is still a seller's market?
Still slightly seller, but it
Okay.
is becoming a much more balanced market.
Okay.
And as the interest rates go down, we're definitely going to start seeing that seller's market again.
Yeah.
You know, everything you hear says that we should see that at the end of the year, but we'll just have to see what happens with the Fed and rates. And but the right time to buy a home is when you are ready to buy a home.
True.
It's not when the market tells you to buy a home. It's not when your realtor or your parents or your family tells you to buy a home. It's when you're ready to buy a home.
True. Very true. And I say the same thing, which is, for all of you audience members out there, let's segment you to, if you are a buyer, Denise and I can certainly lean in and help you if you are ready and willing. The able part, we both can help you with that. For you who are sellers, if you are selling to buy, same thing. You have to be ready, you have to be willing, and the willing part is willing to follow our professional plan, advice, so that we can move you to the next chapter of your lives. And the reason why is because real estate, regardless of low rates, high rates, inventory, a lot or lack thereof, it always is moving. Because guess what, people? Your lives don't stop. Your life events, those 5 Ds of real estate, diamonds, diapers, and other ones, they constantly happen, regardless of what the external economic factors are. So as we now pivot to the next question, now that you're warmed up, Denise, you're spot on. All right, next hard question, maybe hard. Who's moving to Nashville?
Everybody's moving to Nashville.
Really?
We are I think the number is 96 people a day are moving to Nashville. So next time you're in traffic or you're at the grocery store waiting behind, instead of being frustrated, just welcome the person in front of you to Nashville.
True.
And that's one of the reasons people move to Nashville is
Yeah.
because people are so friendly.
Yeah.
I had some clients moving from California, and I'll get to that question in a second. Sorry. The clients moving from California, and they couldn't decide if Brentwood was the right area for them. So they just started going to stores, and they would just stop and they went into a Whole Foods. What do you think about Brentwood? Oh, I love it. It's the greatest.
Yeah.
So they went several places and they called me and said, make the offer. We're ready to move here. People are so nice. Even if they lived somewhere else, they just told us how great Tennessee was. So who's moving to Nashville?
Yep.
So we have Oracle is building a huge area on the east bank of the the Cumberland River here in downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
A lot is going in that area. They are moving a lot of people here. Amazon has offices in Nashville. As well, we have a lot of big groups that are construction companies, accounting companies. The more people you have, the more subsidiary insurance companies. AllianceBernstein moved here, private wealth. But the interesting thing is not just who is moving here, but who's staying. And we have huge universities here. We have Vanderbilt, we have Belmont, and David Lipscomb. And guess what? Those people aren't moving.
Yeah.
So as the
Yeah.
physicians are finishing their residencies or their fellowships, they're taking jobs in Nashville. And so people love it. I lived beside these people this guy was doing a trauma fellowship, and he was from Michigan.
Oh,
And his
wow.
wife was a Michigan cheerleader. So they were going back. I mean, their blood ran deep Michigan. And at the end of his fellowship, he said, I thought I was leaving, but I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
So they bought a new build here in Nashville. And so that's the kind of thing people love it. We have wonderful parks. Yes, yes, yes. We have wonderful music, whether it be country music, whether it be jazz. We have just about everything. And you can go into almost any restaurant or store in Nashville. And as your server is talking to you, you'll find a story that they've moved to Nashville for music. And you have to be in Nashville almost to make it big in country music.
You do.
And so these people are here. And you know what? Some of them are succeeding.
Yeah.
Some of them are succeeding. And I have friends who have barn parties, and they had a band that has performed there a couple of years. And, they're a local band. They tour in some areas. But last weekend, they were with Tim McGraw.
Wow.
So, and I'll be at their little mini concert for friends next week. So, it's just a place to be found. It's a place to find yourself.
True.
So we have a lot of those people. I'm talking about music and people staying, but we also have HCA Healthcare, which is the largest healthcare group in the world. And so it's growing. We actually have, I believe it's 5 hospital systems in Tennessee, in Nashville area.
Yeah.
So we're the healthcare capital of the world, and those companies are all coming together and doing a lot of things in healthcare, not in a competitive way, but in a way that helps them all to achieve more and helps ultimately their patients to do more.
Yeah.
So that's who's moving. We have tech people moving here as well. But it's cost of living. Our homes have gone up, but we don't have state income tax.
That's true.
And even though our house prices have gone up, they're nowhere near the rest of the country.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to live. People are friendly. They're really friendly.
That's probably why the California family moved to the Tony part of Nashville, Brentwood, because my guess is they may have sold a California home for top dollar. And by the time they looked at Tennessee, specifically Brentwood, they realized, OMG, I can get so much for my money. That's my guess.
Cash.
Yeah,
they
cash.
Cash, and then they bought a couple of cars afterwards. After selling, and they're in a 5,500 square foot home.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all about quality of life.
It is.
And there's people who visit friends here, and then I'll get a call that says, our friends think they might want to move here. Yeah. I had a couple last week that has been coming to Nashville for the last 3 years, and we found their home.
Yeah.
We found their home. And so they're moving from Oregon here, and they're so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
And even though, from the outside, Nashville is certainly the music city, the country music capital of the world. Let's not forget, Denise, that industry not just draws your, country music superstars like the Tim McGraws, but also it does draw and pull in the supporting industries, the music producers,
yes.
And all of the things downstream that is important to produce the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
Exactly. That's a lot of people, and the fact that Nashville metro area has such a diverse employment sector. At the end of the day, Denise, you would agree, most people who are going through the life events, selling a home, buying a home, I mean, what does kind of drive it is the income potential of this move, right?
Yes. Yes,
And
absolutely.
so those many diverse and upside job opportunities certainly put you in a position of like, hey, you can afford more, better quality of life, get more
Look,
for get more for your money. Let me lean in and share with you who I see moving to Nashville,
okay.
especially from the upper Midwest. And let's spill the beans. Maybe because they're tired of doing what I'm doing today, having to wear turtlenecks too much.
I'm
because
sorry. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I know, because of the winter weather. So, who are the people that I see moving to Nashville?
Yes.
They are the baby boomers who may be deciding to downsize, as well as maybe some of the veterans who are looking for their
Yes.
civilian professions, given Nashville's diverse employment stock. So that's what I see. So
Yes.
it's interesting that we have such a collective, diverse set of perspectives that tell many of the stories of a lot of our clients. Um, for today, what do you have on tap that is going to keep you busy today with your real estate business? I'm curious to ask as we wrap up our first live stream together.
So I have a couple of new listings that are being staged.
Nice.
So I'm meeting my stager. After that, one is at across the street is the Vanderbilt campus. That's how close this place is. So
Wow.
for a family that has a Vanderbilt student, how great is that? For someone who is doing their medical residency or PhD work at Vanderbilt, perfect. I've got a couple of those in this area. I'm selling a lot of condos right
Are
now
you?
in the middle of Nashville in the West End area, but that's where I live. So that's most likely. And I have a big waterfront property
Ooh.
coming. And so we are scheduling pictures and getting that one ready so that when people go down the Tennessee River in their boat, they see our little sign there saying, "Come buy this home." It's a gorgeous place to dock your boat and have your friends and family over for the summer. So life is good.
That is wonderful. So I loved how you shared with me. This is what has got you busy the rest of today. Let's not disclose, because until you have the property ready to list, ready to publish for sale, let's not drop too much more details about that lakefront
Gotta keep
property.
it a secret. Gotta keep it a
That's right.
secret. List
That's
ingredients are in place.
Yeah. Let's not spill the beans yet, but maybe what we'll do, audience members, in the next upcoming episodes, we'll start to share with you what this lakefront property looks like, where it's at, and of course, how much are you willing to invest for the lifestyle that you want? And additionally, spilling the beans a little bit, we will have some upcoming guest appearances from people who we know together that have lived in Nashville, that currently live in Nashville. So, our reason for doing this video podcast series is not just because Denise and I love talking to each other through video conferencing, but it's really more about giving you the information that you need, that you want as part of your real living in Nashville. So, as we wrap up, if you are needing to have a conversation with Denise because in the West End you're looking for a condo, or you want to hit her up about that lakefront property, it's really simple. Simply scan the QR code next to her picture, next to her name, and along the way, there you go, along the way, if you need financing to make that your reality, simply scan the QR code next to my picture, next to my name. We will be able to start this conversation with you to help you get to your next chapter. Denise, as we wrap up, good luck with your picture taking, staging, until I see you in the next episode in about 2 weeks out.
Looking forward to it.
All right, enjoy.
Bye.